Hi, my name is Steve. In this set of videos, I'm going to show you how you can make a scrap wood project. This is a picture frame box, and it's a great weekend project for gifts. You can usually easily get this done in a day or two. And one of the interesting things about this is that these pieces have magnets on them, and all of the pictures are replaceable. So it makes a nice gift. It's super easy to make, and you can just go through your scrap bin and find whatever you like to use. I really like working on scrap wood projects because it gives me a chance to go through my wood bin and find some little cut-offs that I've used for other projects and finally put those to use. So for this picture frame, it doesn't require a lot of wood, so I found some old pieces of Brazilian cherry. This is really nice, beautiful wood. It's red and it almost shimmers. So I decided to use that. And the first thing I wanted to do is figure out what size to make this picture frame. Well, that's going to be based on the width of my widest board. In this case, these are 3.5 inches wide. So I think I'll make the box about 3¼ inches square. So the first thing I did is I planed down a couple of pieces to 5/16 of an inch thick, and now all I need to do is rip these out so that I can have 8 sides of equal length that will make up the frame. So the first thing I want to do is make some 45-degree angle cuts so the frames can hook together. Now there's probably a million different ways you can make 45-degree cuts. It would probably be best if I could do this on the table saw, but I haven't really worked up a good jig for making 45-degree cuts. The miter saw might be a little bit of overkill, but it's pretty accurate, and if I take it slowly I usually don't get any kind of chip out. And with those first angled cuts, it'll fit together nicely like so. Now the next thing I need to do is work up a stop block so that I can cut these out at each exactly the same length, in this case 3¼ inches. So what I've done here is set up a stop block to so when I put the wood in to cut it, it'll be about 3¼ inches. And I say about 3¼ because, you know, I'm not looking for exact accuracy. As long as they're all the same length, the inside of the box is really where I'm going to cut it down to fit the frame. So it looks like I got about 3¼ inches, and I can run them through like so. And with that final cut, it gives me 2 fairly accurate square frames. So now I just need to get started on the insides. It's really not practical to put these boxes together with any kind of clamps, so I'm just going to use some rubber bands, and I'll actually glue them up using these rubber bands too. But for now I wanted to put those on there so that I can keep it together, and then I can go in and get an accurate measurement for the inside pieces. For the backing pieces, I'm going to use MDF because I'll be covering this up with wood and it won't show, and MDF is really easy to work with. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of the walnut I used for my chessboard. So I found some walnut that's planed down to about 1/4 inch thick, and I'm going to laminate that to the MDF, and that'll create the back sides of the frames. Now for the face plates with the circle cut in them, I still haven't cut those pieces down to size because this is going to be a lot easier to drill this out in the drill press if I've got a lot here and I can clamp it down. So again, I've marked it much larger than it needs to be, and I've put a line where this will be where I can start to cut it down. But I'll cut the circle in that right now, and first thing I want to do, of course, is find, you know, about where the center of this is. It doesn't have to be exact, because when I go to cut this out, I can make sure I get it right on all four sides. So with that, I've got a center. Now I can take it over to the drill press and cut a hole. And before cutting that hole on the drill press, I like to put a little bit of a dent so that the Forstner bit has a place to hold itself. And so I just take a nail and don't pound all the way through it, but there. Now I've got a spot where I can center the bit. I've set up my drill press with a 2-inch Forstner bit, and I have clamped down a piece of MDF so that when I drill the hole through the wood, it will, well, one, not go into my drill press table, and two, it'll prevent any kind of chipping out on the back side. Also, I've put in a stop block over here, and the reason for that is that when I go to drill the hole, it's likely that this wood would just kind of fling out of there, and that'll keep it steady. And the last thing to remember when using Forstner bits or any large bits is to run your drill at a low speed. The bigger the bit, the lower the speed you want to run it. And there I can feel it's cut all the way through. So now I can remove that, and I've got the nice clean cut circle. And for the second hole, I've moved the stop block over, and I'll just drop the bit right down into that little hole I made with the nail. And there, it's cut all the way through. So now I've got both of the holes cut for the frames.